Do you know the name Hank Parker? If you're a fan of bass fishing, you've no doubt heard of Hank. But I don't know if you know the story about how Hank came to faith in Christ and about the role his dad played in his conversion. Hank's dad's name was Mo, and he was spending time with his own pastor, and the pastor could tell that Mo was troubled.
His pastor asked him, said, "Mo, what in the world is wrong with you?" He said, "Pastor, my boys they ignore the gospel." He said, "I've prayed for them. I've witnessed to them. I've given them gospel tracts. I've done everything I know to do." And his pastor said, "Well, Mo, let's just keep praying." So that night before they turned the lights out, my dad said, "Pastor, I would gladly give my life if my boys would be saved." That was the last thing he said that night. When they loaded up to come back, there were 7 men in a van. There was an accident. 1 man was killed, and it was my dad. And he had left a note in his Bible. And the pastor was just reading the footnotes and flipping through the Bible, and he found a note that my dad had written that said, "Pastor, if you find this note before I'm buried, I have one final request. And instead of you preaching a traditional funeral service at my funeral, that you would preach the gospel. I have 2 boys that's lost, and it may be the last time this side of eternity they hear the gospel." I got saved at my dad's funeral. My brother did too.
What an encouragement for all of us as dads to keep praying for our kids. If our kids don't know the Lord, keep praying for them. We may not live long enough to see the answer to that prayer, but pray and trust and ask God to do a great work in the lives of your children, that they might come to faith. Who knows how God might answer that prayer?
Thank you for listening to Encouragement. If you've been refreshed, don't forget to subscribe, leave a review, and share a little encouragement with someone you love. Encouragement is a podcast from Family Radio. These moments are just a taste of what you can hear every day. Listen at familyradio.org or find more encouragement on the Family Radio app.